Eloise and Philip. I feel like Philip was quite a hot character pictured in my head, so. Hello, I'm back again with another video, and as you can see, I'm back in the Bridgerton attire, so that means only one thing. We read another Bridgerton book. Woo! I suppose it could have meant that there was another vlog, but you'll have to stay tuned for that soon, because it's coming. If you're new here, I'm Alice. I talk about books, we have chats, we go on tangents, do some waffles, vlog, everything you could possibly ever imagine. So you can stick me on in the background whilst you make yourself a meal, clean your room, and if you want to, you can listen to me. I have a few opinions about books, but you know, might be your cup of tea. If so, consider hitting that subscribe button and join the family. And if you're a returning viewer, thank you so much for your continued support. I'm not gonna lie, my hair's annoying me today. Might have to become a clip bitch. Clip bitch. What do we think? It's very much giving Miss Eloise, so I feel like it's fine. So today we're going to talk about Sir Philip. Woo! Eloise Bridgerton's story. My aim is to read her and Francesca's story by the time part 2 comes out. That's part 2 of the new season of Bridgerton on Netflix. So, you know, I'm kind of not out the loop anywhere. You know, I feel like I need to keep the momentum going. I need to keep it going. I absolutely devoured this book. Jokes. I absolutely devoured this book, as I do with most Bridgerton books. They're very easy. Colour gone wild. They're very easy to read, very easy to follow, and for the most part, very enjoyable usually. So if you want a romance that's kind of a little bit different to other romances, as obviously it's set in a Regency era, Bridgerton books are a very, very good place to start. Now let's talk ratings. Okay, I gave this book 3 stars. I said a 7 out of 10. It might be more like a 6.5, but it was good nonetheless. The reason I scored it what I did was because 1, I am harsher on romances anyway, but 2, it just wasn't my favourite. It wasn't my favourite Bridgerton story, and that's okay. You know, they're not all gonna be your favourite. Nothing could be worse than Daphne's though. No offense to Daphne, but Daphne and Simon, for some reason, I just can't deal with their story. It just makes me, yeah, you know, just like that. That's what it makes me do. Cringe internally and externally, apparently. I've still got 4, including Francesca's Bridgerton books to go. So, you know, the night's still young. We might find one to take Daphne and Simon's place, but for now, I don't think it could be worse than that. So I didn't think it deserved as low a score as that, but I didn't think it was better than the other ones. My favourites are Colin and Anthony's story. I don't mind Benedict's. There's definitely some sus things happening. I would say his and Eloise's for me were kind of on par. Anyway, so for spiceometer, I gave this a 2.5. Now, it actually wasn't that spicy. There was some, it was spicy, but it wasn't. There wasn't actually many spice scenes, but there was frequent mention of spice. So yeah, it was good, you know, snaps and claps. I feel like Julia Quinn normally writes decently when she writes spice, so good job, babes. If asked would I recommend it, I said yes, obviously, because it is the Bridgerton series and I love the Bridgerton series. However, it wasn't my favourite. I feel like you could probably miss this out and you just get told later on that this happened and you'd be like, okay, you know? But anyway, that's just my opinion, just a humble girl's opinion. Okay, want me to do a little read of the old review? Yeah, of course you do. Alright, let's see what we got. I said, back again with another Bridgerton sibling, starting off strong. I did enjoy Eloise's story, although I did find it kind of hard to remember that the character created in the series is different to the character in the book. Eloise's character has been different in previous books as well compared to how they make her in the series. And she definitely has that headstrong, always talking vibe, but I think they make her more headstrong in the show. I'm interested to see how they're going to do her story in the future, because in this one, like, it was quite quick that everything happened, and normally it is fairly quick in the Bridgerton stories, but I don't know, it was just kind of a whole, basically I was kind of like, oh, okay, fair enough, here we go. Like, that was kind of the reaction, rather than like, oh my gosh, sure, anything big and drastic, you know? So I think I had to kind of bear that in mind and treat them separately so that I could give this book a fairer rating, because obviously in the series Eloise's character does irritate me a little bit, but that's kind of the aim of the character. But she is definitely a lot more like, if that makes sense, do you know what I mean? I did enjoy the concept to some extent of how they got together, writing the correspondences, etc. Don't worry, I won't spoil anything that you wouldn't know from the blurb on the back. You're okay, you're safe with me, safe in my hands. I do feel like there were some important themes mentioned, kind of addressed in this book, especially to do with his children and also to do with Marina, his first wife as well. I don't really like how they made Marina in the series now looking back on it. I think I need to go back and watch it again to get a full kind of realization, but I feel like in the books her character makes more sense rather than in the first season. But maybe that's just me because Colin was kind of lusting after her and I'm penning Colin forever, so maybe that's just a little bit of me getting annoyed at that. I just feel like this book missed some of the things that the other books had. For example, probably the biggest one, you know, I was talking about this, those stomach dropping moments where you kind of just feel like and it could be through loads of different reasons. It could be a miscommunication, it could be a realization that a character has, it can be any kind of feeling, but you just get those moments where you kind of like, and I didn't get any in this book. I had some like very, very tiny moments where I thought, oh, this is it, we're gonna have one, but we didn't, unfortunately. And as we all know, Pauline is the queen of stomach drops, so maybe that's why following that book it's setting the bar a bit high, you know. I just feel like in these kind of romance books, for me, I need some kind of something. They had challenges, all the characters have challenges, but I feel like sometimes you need a little bit more, and I feel like this book was just lacking in a few maybe descriptions here and there. I feel like for the most part everything was set up quite well and it all kind of tied together very well, but I just feel like it could have had a little bit more. I just wanted a little bit more from it. I don't know necessarily if I could put into words what I wanted more of, but I definitely wanted more of something. I do feel like compared to the others, the whole situation that happened was kind of quick on the whole, like I said, compared to the others, so it did ruin the magic a little bit, but I still really enjoyed it. I mean, I still gave it a 7 out of 10. That's a pretty decent score if you ask me. I'm very excited to read the next story, go on to Francesca. She is actually mentioned in this book a couple of times. I did like the fact that when the book started, it had some quotes at the start, which I like, and also each chapter had a little snippet of a letter that Eloise had written, and I really, really liked that touch as well. But yeah, as I said, devoured it so quickly, easy reads, and this is why I love the Bridgerton series, because it's just so easy to lose yourself in the book for a while, carry on about your day, and read it when you want to again, and it's great. Cannot recommend the series enough. Was it my favourite? No. Would I recommend Pen and Colin to the End of the Earth? Yes. But nonetheless, I feel like I'm here for the ride and I'm really enjoying this series. Hopefully I'll be back soon with another review of Miss Francesca's story. And also we've got, as I said, a Bridgerton vlog coming very, very soon. I'm currently filming it. So we're doing the prep week again of the watch party. So stay tuned for that. Buckle in. Let's go on this Bridgerton ride together. And also, let me know if there's any books you want me to read in the comments down below, because I've kind of just been reading what I've been feeling like. But you know, I'd also like some suggestions from you, so stick it down below. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to give it a big thumbs up, smash that like button, and don't forget to subscribe. Have you subscribed? Oh, too much. Thank you very much, and as always, until the next one, I'll see you then. Bye! What is doing like a 5-point turn in the road? What is happening? So my aim, Eloise and Philip.